There we go. Is it out? Damn it! Oh yeah, you can still convert this into GD 2.2. Should I?
That was supposed to be a joke. Um, I didn't actually expect myself to remember nor make an almost a year-long commitment to what was essentially a joke. Um, but here we are. And it all started when Eric Van Wilderman reacted to it. Uh, because originally I'd made it to be a joke. I was like, yeah, you could still convert this, so it was a joke. And um, here we are a year later, and it is probably one of the most determined projects I have ever made. To the point where it's become its own identity at some age, in some stages, has its own UI, and I'm just astounded by how much I was determined to complete this. So, without further ado, this is not an episode of anything, but more like a kind of showing of the progression of, well, this level, because it's been overhauled a few times. We're almost getting to a year, so time to show what I've done in that said year. And I know this video is long, but please do not click away. Uh, I take out all of my deaths so that way you can see each level in its entirety. I think I keep one because it was a notable glitch. Actually, two because I rage quit at one of them. And another one is a glitch that I wanted to show off because most people didn't catch it while it was still on air. So, without further ado, here is the progression. And I'll just keep it. I'll explain each and every single one as we go on. So, so that was MetroVania. Um, so that is the one that Eric Van Wilderman played. Besides a little bit of progression. Now, there are things I actually liked about it, like how I was able to recreate those torches and make a one for one. But as you'll see in kind of like future versions where I tried to recreate the same exact thing, I learned that people are going to hate Metro Cubevania when it was still Metro Cubevania. Because I put it in a level request. A lot of people really liked the OG stuff. Um, and I learned that if I was to continue that, people would have went from really loving the concept to really hating the concept because I replayed that game on Twitch, and there are a few people that actually stated, "Hey, this looks unfair." And I think it's very representative by one of the first renditions when I tried to create something of my own, um, or more or less try to perfect the system. And I tried to recreate what MetroVania put out, and it was called unfair. And that's when I learned I have to change up my strategy. So here's the next level. Um, and if you're curious how I actually like this one compared to the others, well, it's the OG. I absolutely adore it, and I adore all the versions except for no, I adore all the versions. But anyways, let's get to number two.
Santa, shouldn't you be out delivering presents?
Oh, shut up, little hope. Santa's getting funky.
Start. And that was MetroVania. Now, when I made that, I took out the cube because I didn't want to, well, copy. So I was trying to make my own little thing and not feel like I was just rehashing Metro Cubevania because I wanted to make something special, something kind of like my own. And while it was my own, I did try to recreate some of the little things, and that's when I got called unfair. And boy, did I hear that from like half of the people that I tried to share this level to. It was so bad that I one of my friends actually stated, this level sucks. Um yeah, I don't. He's like I don't usually prefer platformers, but this level is just sucks. Like you could, like I was on board of your thing like when it first came out, and then this, and I was like I'm now less on board. And wow, I it was a blow. It was a definite blow. Like out of all of them, this is my least favorite because it did take me a while and I did perfect some things. But as you'll see, this actually started what I think is probably one of the biggest problems that I recently fixed. The screen bug. Now, if you don't know, in a lot of my levels, there's this screen bug, and if you play it, you may accidentally find it. This bug has been the thorn in my side ever since this level. And if you don't know how it happens, well, in this case, this one was caused by the camera, the static being way too long, so it not actually activating. Um, I think that's a morph glitch rather than an actual glitch. But as you'll see later on, it becomes a much bigger glitch than I actually thought. And this camera glitch, the camera screen glitch, uh, basically makes some of the areas very hard to navigate because it automatically thinks that you're in two different places, so it tries to put you into one it thinks you're in, and sometimes that doesn't work. Um, and it's just a random happenstance that you may actually find out about the glitch. I have found a way to recreate it, and that's how I knew how to fix it. Um, but getting on, we're getting into more of actual territory where you probably have seen this level multiple of times because I've either sent it to you via level request stream or you've seen me build it for 48 hours straight. That was uh the next time I ever do that, I am getting coffee. So, anyways, let's get on with the demo. So that was the demo. Little explanation for the sounds because you probably don't hear any sounds until you hit a certain object in MetroVania. Um, so originally I tested sounds. I think this was months ago, but I like tested sounds and then put them into the demo. And it annoyed a lot of people about the sounds. They're like, this is loud. And I have to agree. It is very loud, very obnoxious, and could quickly get annoying fast. So in later versions, I took out the sounds. I might bring them back for certain objects like the springboards because they are springy, so they should bounce you up. And yeah, but like in later ones, as you'll see, I take out the sounds, and that is the end of the sounds and stuff like that. As for the level itself, nothing much to talk about. This you're gonna be seeing this a lot. You're gonna be seeing this starting area so much. Um, as you'll see in later versions, though, I've changed a lot outside of the starting area. And once we get to the latest, I completely changed the starting area. But yeah, let's move on to number. Well, it's supposed to be MetroVania number 1, but I may have named it number 2 by accident. And that is MetroVania preview 2. Well, 1, but 2 on text. So, yeah, there's actually a few things that I wanted to put in here that I felt like I needed to put in there because no one would have noticed. There is a way you can die without it being your fallenness. And I needed to show it because I completely didn't realize it when I first uploaded it. You could die by falling through the floor and hitting lava. One thing to note that you'll see in a future one, the biggest complaint with this was that lava room. Oddly enough, that lava room had the biggest complaint because it was too short. It was too short and too easy. You could do that lava room in like 5 seconds. And the hardest thing was getting those golden coins. Which, while a complaint that some people may have, I think with the future button of help, that might be solved. And if you're curious what that complaint is, people think the golden coins do absolutely nothing. They don't. They have a purpose, and their purpose is they give you a silver coin. Well, copper, until it gets rated. Which, if it gets rated, then yeah, it's actually going to be worth something because a lot of people like those silver coins. And it's a really fun, and I at least try to at least make it fun to get each and every single one of those coins. With only one of them, point being, one of them is a free coin. Every other one, you actually have to work to get it. So I love it. But yeah, essentially, this one I feel as though you probably got most of the idea of the levels. The next one is probably the most known because it's the one that's been there for 5 to 6 months, like 1 to 2 months. It's been untouched, and just recently it has been updated to MetroVania demo number 2. So without further ado, let's show the newest one, or not the newest, but second to newest one. This is probably the most ironic level. This says MetroVania Final Preview. Well, Final Prev, but that means preview. Um, yeah, as you can tell, we have one more to go. And the full level isn't out yet. So that means this level lied. Not on purpose, though. I decided to go and remake a lot of it because I liked how it was going, but I thought maybe with a little bit more pizzazz, I could possibly make it a lot better. And as you see, it looked a little bland. So I want to add some design. Start as me wanting to add like a little background stuff. Then it became me wanting to fix a bug, and now it's overhaul number like 3 or 4. So once we get into this, I am not doing any more overhauls. Hopefully, if I, as I stated, hopefully I don't do another overhaul. Hopefully I can get this level out, and hopefully it doesn't take me another year to make it. So without further ado, MetroVania demo. Hopefully the final one. And with that, we are fully caught up. Um, I don't know what to say. Well, I think I know where to start. Explaining. So you saw the menu of the final preview. It wasn't really good. You had to press left instead of right, and most people pressed right and activated hard mode by complete accident. So now it is no longer accidental if you go into hard mode. Well, mostly. If you jump to the right at just the right angle, you can activate hard mode very easily. But most people would more likely jump, see which two, then go and pick normal. Uh, uh, so, with that being said, as you saw, that is a whole load of difference. And yeah, it is much different than when I first started. It's much different than practically any other version. And I hope that it grows on me because right now it is so nostalgic seeing all the previous work I've done. And I only have like I have all of the people that supported me to thank. I have Eric Van Wilderman to thank, because honestly, without that joke that I made 11 to almost a full year ago, it would have never existed. This level would have never existed. The amount of time and effort that I never thought I'd have would have never existed. The random shout out from Eric Van Wilderman would have never existed. So, yeah. I definitely like the fact that I stuck to my joke, which is now no longer a joke. It's one of the most serious things I've ever started making. And I have Eric Van Wilderman to thank, because obviously without that little shout out, even if it wasn't really on purpose, it was just playing my level out of random levels, I am truly happy that he liked it. And if he's watching this, thank you so much. Because without that moment, I probably wouldn't have spent an entire year making this. So, thank you. And to my fans and supporters, thank you guys so much for sticking by this channel for so long. Now, I think it is only right that the last moments of this are of that reaction, because without it, none of this would have happened. So, without further ado, this is Zenderstein signing off. Peace.
Vania. Oh yeah, it's not a MetroidVania, it's a MetroVania. Oh, here we go. Nice. This is a sick platformer. It says to go up here. Oh, dude. I see. We go over here and we go to the next section of the map, and then we go over here. It's like you're going into whole other rooms and you have to collect stuff, collect items that help you in other sections of the level, because I collected the up item and then I was able to use those items right there. That's cool, dude. It's like a little mini Metroidvania with the platformer mode. I think we're gonna see entire Metroidvanias in this game. So we're gonna see people make Metroidvanias in platformer mode that are gonna take a long time to develop, and I'm ready for it. It's gonna be great.